Europe is running out of time. Nearly 3 million people catch a flight here every single day, but many of the continent's biggest airports were built for a different era, and they're struggling to keep up. Now, as demand surges past pre-pandemic levels, a wave of billion-euro expansions is underway. Heathrow is planning to demolish a village. Istanbul is building the world's largest airport from scratch, and Poland is ready to spend $31 billion on overthrowing both of them. The desperate race to build Europe's primary aviation hub has started. Currently, Heathrow Airport in the UK holds the position of Europe's top airport. Last year, the airport served a record-breaking 84 million passengers. Heathrow famously has only 2 runways and is currently operating at 99% capacity. If the situation continues, it risks losing its status to either Charles de Gaulle in France or Frankfurt Airport in Germany. Assessing the condition, Heathrow's owners are aiming to invest £10 billion by 2031. The plan includes expanding the airport to an equivalent of 10 football pitches. This will allow Heathrow to cater to an additional 10 million passengers annually. If you're a frequent traveler at this airport, you will agree that expansion is necessary for its survival. But some aspects of it are hard to digest for many. In January 2025, the government invited Heathrow Airport to bring forward proposals for a 3rd runway. Now, it may seem like a logical choice for handling additional flights, just like so many other airports have done. The only problem is the proposed location of this 3rd runway. It's planned to be built northwest of the existing 2 parallel runways, extending towards areas including Harmondsworth and Colnbrook. With a length of more than 11,000 feet, this runway will increase the airport's capacity further to 140 million passengers annually. But here's the catch. At the site of the future runway, there are hundreds of homes and rivers. Even the M25 motorway passes right through it. Going ahead with the runway would mean demolishing these homes and diverting the river. The overlapping section of the M25 motorway has to be shifted underground via a tunnel. In addition, the airport is seeking to demolish the building previously used as Terminal 1, extend Terminal 2, and build a new Southern Access road tunnel. To help fund this humongous goal, Heathrow has proposed an increase in passenger fees from an average of £28 to £33 by 2027. The airlines are already angry at this decision, claiming that Heathrow is already one of the most expensive airports in the world. It's interesting to see how the UK will handle this dilemma, given its environmental pledges and the fact that its current Prime Minister has opposed the 3rd runway in the past. Given all this chaos, can the UK still find a way to let Heathrow win the race? Let's head to Frankfurt, one of Heathrow's biggest rivals, to see how Germany is playing the game. Located in the city with the same name, the Frankfurt Airport is Germany's busiest airport. It boasts a capacity of 65 million annual passengers. In 2024, it almost reached its limit when it welcomed 61 million people. This was a wake-up call for the airport authorities, who timely rolled out an expansion plan. Currently, Frankfurt Airport has 2 main passenger terminals, Terminal 1 and Terminal 2, along with a smaller dedicated first-class terminal operated exclusively by Lufthansa. The airport is planning to add Terminal 3, which is under construction on the southern side of the airport. Terminal 3 is designed to significantly increase capacity by accommodating up to 19 million passengers. It will feature 3 piers, G, H, and J, with a total of 75 new aircraft stands. This design by Professor Christoph Mackler was chosen out of 45 competing architects. Frankfurt Airport has 4 runways arranged somewhat like this. This alignment ensures that each one is independent from the other, meaning flights can take off and land simultaneously. Germany already has a reputation for engineering excellence. Some of the best engineers and designers hail from here. And Frankfurt Airport is a perfect example of that legacy in action. Instead of building Terminal 3 all at once, the Germans have taken a methodical approach. The project is divided into separate, self-contained sections that can be built and open in phases, depending on passenger demand. It started with the main terminal building and 2 piers, H and J, and then added more sections like Pier G and eventually Pier K as needed. Since each pier is designed to function independently, Pier G was built before the Terminal 3 building. It has all the necessary functions like check-in, security, and baggage claim. It's safe to say that the new terminal will be the most aesthetic of all. The exterior is made of 700 glass panes, flooding the space with natural light, No matter what your preference is, you will find something relevant to your appetite. From German bakeries to chic Italian restaurants, there's something for everyone. A new people mover system will link Terminal 3 with Terminals 1 and 2 in just 8 minutes. So when can you expect the completion? Luckily, you won't be waiting forever. The first gates are set to open in 2026. And with sleek design, fast connections, and fresh pretzels on standby, Terminal 3 might just be the only airport you actually want to get stuck in. But while the Germans are upgrading, the Turks are building some from scratch. Just 2,000 kilometers away from Frankfurt, Istanbul is rewriting the airport playbook entirely. Work has started on the world's biggest airport to date. Before 2019, Istanbul already had 2 airports, the Ataturk International Airport on the European side and the Sabiha Gökçen International on the Asian side. Both of them did a good job of complementing each other. Ataturk Airport was one of the busiest airports in Europe, handling over 60 million passengers annually by 2015. On the other hand, Sabiha Gökçen served as a local, low-cost carrier for airlines like Pegasus and AnadoluJet. So why did the need arise to build a third airport? The city's main airport, Ataturk International, simply couldn't keep up with the demand. They couldn't expand it further because the airport was surrounded on both sides by the Sea of Marmara and the city. A decision was reached in 2019 to build a completely new airport for handling passenger traffic. Enter the Istanbul New Airport. It's located almost 40 kilometers northwest of Istanbul's city center, between the residential areas of Yeniköy and Akpınar. Currently, Istanbul New Airport operates with a single, massive terminal building that serves both domestic and international flights. This terminal is recognized as the largest in the world under one roof and is divided into several concourses. 4 of these concourses are for international flights, while Concourse G and parts of F serve domestic flights. Upon completion in 2028, the airport will feature 6 runways and would be able to serve a whopping 200 million people annually. For comparison, the world's frequently busiest airport is the Hartsfield-Jackson, Atlanta. The maximum passengers it has served is 108 million, half of what the new Istanbul airport is expecting. It's no secret that no one likes waiting at the airport, but even if you have to, your stay should not suck. That's what the design team at Grimshaw aimed for while designing the new airport. The design draws inspiration from the nation's Byzantine origins. The airport feels like one big courtyard. The curves used in the roof imitate the flying action of a bird, a nod to the aviation industry. If you look closely, there are circular skylights inside the metallic framework. This allows sunlight to touch even the lowest levels of the airport. The terminal is organized to give passengers a coherent transition from landside to airside. Arranged over 2.5 levels with a generous central hall, the simplicity of its organization and ease of navigation belies its size. This place also has one of the biggest duty-free zones operated by Unifree Duty Free. With almost 1,000 luxury brands, this zone is valued at upwards of $200 million. True to its function, the Istanbul airport serves 350 domestic and international destinations, acting as a major global hub connecting Europe, Asia, and Africa. In 2021, it was recognized as the best airport in Europe by Airports Council International. As for the previous Istanbul airport, it's still there. The only difference is that it no longer serves passenger traffic. Rather, it has taken the role of catering to cargo flights and, on occasion, VIP ones. While Istanbul's ambition is remarkable, not every country agrees with this approach. In fact, France has taken a completely opposite decision. Instead of expanding its largest airport with a flashy €9 billion terminal, it scrapped the plan entirely. A total of 5 airports serve Paris City. Being the city of love, millions of passengers descend on it each year. This would explain why Charles de Gaulle, the city's main airport, consistently ranks as number 2 in Europe. In 2024 alone, it welcomed 70 million passengers. Most flights arriving from the United States or other international destinations land at the CDG, which is located approximately 23 kilometers northeast of Paris. So yeah, it's not exactly close to the city center or everyone's beloved Eiffel Tower, but it does the job. With steadily rising traffic and no new developments, the airport risks stagnating at 88 million passengers per year by 2035. The airport operator ADP rolled out an expansion plan in 2014. The plan was simple. They will build an additional fourth terminal. Although it would cost anywhere from 7 to 9 billion euros, it also allowed CDG to handle an additional 40 million passengers. Hence, the cost seemed worth the trouble. During the same time, the COVID-19 pandemic had started. It sharply decreased the aviation traffic and the need for a brand new terminal seemed obsolete. So while the expansion is scrapped, it doesn't mean CDG won't advance. The ADP has agreed on a modular approach that allows adding structures over the course of years. This entails the construction of new boarding lounges and improving the existing facilities like the rail and metro connections. In contrast to Paris's modest approach, Poland is making a full-blown transport hub. It's very cleverly positioned to connect Europe's north and south and go as far as to allow trade between two continents. Known as the Central Communication Port, this is Poland's largest and most ambitious infrastructure project, costing a whopping 31 billion euros. This hub combines air, rail, and road transport. Now that's a big promise. So how is it planning to do all of this? First of all, the hub is strategically located about 37 to 40 kilometers southwest of Warsaw. The site covers approximately 3,000 hectares and will serve as a central node connecting Poland's major cities and international routes. Second, the Polish government will be building an airport with a metro and highway connection. In this way, the project has covered every mode of transport under a single roof. The airport is designed to handle around 34 to 40 million passengers annually, with plans to expand it to 100. Sparing no expense, Poland has hired the renowned Foster Plus Partners to design its terminal. It features a distinctive woven hub roof that symbolizes natural light, spatial clarity, and passenger comfort. A high-speed rail network will be integrated with the airport. This will connect the airport with most Polish cities in just 2.5 hours. There are also plans for a high-speed rail link to the German cities of Frankfurt and Berlin. Construction is planned to start in 2026, with the airport opening targeted for 2032. Have you ever been to any of these mentioned airports? If so, what was your experience? Let us know in the comments. As always, don't forget to subscribe to Skybuilds for amazing content every week.